Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name's Tyler, this is my wife Lindsay, and together we are the Florida Flipsters. And today marks our 6-month anniversary on YouTube. Can you believe it? Does it feel like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of work. In honor of hitting our 6 months on YouTube, we wanted to sit down with you and go over our YouTube journey, the highs, the lows, the struggles, everything that we have learned, because we have been able to get monetized during this time frame, grow a total of over 60,000 followers, which is crazy. I want to share with you what the monetization process looks like and even go over our actual numbers. If you've been curious on what it's like, on what you can earn to be a YouTuber, maybe this can inspire you to start a channel of your own.
With that being said, grab a drink, get cozy, and we'll get right into it. Going back to the beginning, our journey began on September 26, 2022. So 6 months ago, we decided to finally muster up the courage and post our very first introduction video. We sat down kind of like this in front of the camera and explained where we wanted our channel to go, who we are. We were both extremely nervous, but looking back, I am so glad we decided to finally go ahead and make a video. Already improved so much. We're glad that we took the chance and put ourselves out there to make a video and put it on the internet for everyone to see. If you're watching this, here is your sign. Go ahead. You're gonna be nervous no matter what. Every time you make a video, you're gonna be nervous, especially that first time, but go ahead, film it, put it out there. You'll never know if you don't start. So when we first started YouTube, our main goal was not to make incredible videos, but it was just to make consistent videos. So we told ourselves every single Monday, we're gonna upload a video. Every single week, we're going to be consistent, put out a video. Just for reference, we work in the DIY and furniture flipping space, so a lot tends to go into our videos, sometimes multiple days of work of getting a piece, flipping it, but we told ourselves no matter what happens, no matter how busy life gets, we're going to put out a video. And somehow after 26 weeks, the first 6 months, we put out a video every single week. I'm very proud of ourselves. I know that advice is very cliche, it's overused, just be consistent and it'll pay off eventually, but that's what we told ourselves. For our first several videos, we were lucky if we were getting a couple hundred views. It was probably just our friends and family watching on our behalf because we told them all about it. Don't fixate on the small number of views we're getting and even smaller number of subscribers, because that would make us go insane. After about a month, we stumbled upon a YouTube Shorts promotion. They were really heavily pushing that side of the platform to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels. And so we put a little effort there. We posted a couple just randomly, not expecting anything. And for around the first month, nothing happened. We started posting those YouTube Shorts in the middle of October, and those went a little better than the long format. They were getting maybe 1,500, a couple thousand views, and getting a few subscribers, but definitely not viral, nothing crazy. By the end of October, we ended our subscriber count with 468. So it was modest, but we were very happy with that. And then came November, and that was the month that changed everything for us. In November, the very first YouTube short that we posted the previous month in the middle of October started getting some traction, and on November 7th it had 8,000 views. And then 5 days later, on November 12th after the weekend, it was up to 120,000, and it just kept growing and growing. We were getting notifications, and by the end of the month of November, that very first YouTube short that we had ever put out had 700,000 views. And if those numbers haven't given you motivation to try out the YouTube Shorts platform, then let me just tell you about our second video that we posted to the YouTube Shorts. We posted it just after the first one in the middle of October, and that one made the first one look like child's play. It started around 100,000, and then by the end of November, that one had got all the way to, drumroll, 6 million views. It blew the first one out of the water. Really the catalyst to blow our channel up a little bit, give us a little bit of notoriety, and give us a much needed encouragement to keep going forward. If you're sitting there wondering how many subscribers does a video with 6 million views get you, the answer for us is 26,400 500 subscribers. That is a crazy number. Mind you, the month before we ended with less than 500 subscribers. I didn't know if we'd get there in the first year, if we'd ever get there. We were overjoyed, extremely motivated. Haven't caught my drift. They are heavily promoting the YouTube Shorts. Stop what you're doing, put some videos on YouTube Shorts, and I hope you have the same luck that we had or more. Go crazy. Before I go any further, I just want to say those numbers we just went over and covered are unexpected. That growth was insane to us, and it's not lost upon us how lucky we are. We definitely put a lot of effort into our videos, but going viral takes a certain amount of luck. We're extremely grateful for it, and we don't share these numbers to brag at all. We just hope to be transparent, to be honest with our experience, and hopefully it just inspires you to see what can happen, what the possibilities are, but not necessarily to expect that. The next 4 months of our remaining 6 months, we really hit the shorts aggressively. We kind of got addicted probably to try and recreate that initial success we had. I think we ended up putting out 75 shorts over the first 6 months, which is 3 times as many long format videos we were doing every week. So we got on average around 8,000 new subscribers every month and went from 34,000 at the end of November to at the end of March, at the end of our 6 months, we had got all the way up to 66,000 subscribers to our channel.
Now that you have heard our YouTube journey, our timeline on how we got here, now we're gonna get into the fun part, the actual revenue, the money that we're making from this. I know I personally, when I was looking to start a YouTube channel, I would sit down and just binge watch other creators when they would go over their numbers. I really love the transparency, and I was excited to do this for our channel as well. Our numbers can be a resource and show you a real life example of what we're making, and maybe it can inspire you as well, because at the end of the day, it is fun to make these videos. However, it is definitely more fun when you're making a little bit of money off of them as well. You may be wondering how you can get monetization status here on YouTube. There are a couple different criteria that you need to hit, so let me go over that. The first thing you will need to hit is 1,000 subscribers. That is your first goal that you will be reaching towards. After that, the second goal you will need to hit, the next milestone, is to gain 4,000 hours of public watch time. This is time from people viewing your long format public videos, and yes, this is quite a feat to reach the 4,000 watch hours. You will most likely have already hit your subscriber count well before you hit your 4,000 watch hours, so just be patient. It happens when it happens. Everyone's journey is different. YouTube has recently added a second way that you can get monetized. You will still need to have your 1,000 subscriber count. Instead of doing the long format videos, you can instead get 10 million views from your YouTube Shorts within the last 90 days. And if you do this, you will become monetized as well. For us personally, we started our channel at the end of September, and we ended up hitting our 10 million shorts view count first, so that is what monetized us, and we hit that on November 24th, Thanksgiving Day of last year, which is insane because if you do the math, that equals out to getting monetized in just under 2 months, which is just crazy to think about. We definitely would not have thought that was going to happen after our first month because we were nowhere close to hitting our goals. Fun fact, we did not even know that we had hit monetization status because that new requirement of the 10 million views was not even public knowledge, so we were not aware that we had hit it. It wasn't till almost January that we had seen that we were getting some actual money from our videos. We're still watching the 4,000 watch hour goal, which we still had not hit in January, so we thought we weren't monetized. So that was a great surprise for us. All it takes sometimes is one viral video for it to do it for you. Our first ever YouTube paycheck, which was for the month of November, was $434.49. Once we saw that come through our account, we definitely celebrated that evening. There's something very special about your first paycheck from YouTube. Moving on to December, for the month of December, our total revenue was $176.10. This was lower than the previous month because our videos that were going viral all took off in November and definitely were not picking up the same amount of steam in December. Moving on to January, our total revenue for January was $139.23. Now, moving on to February, this was by far our worst month. It's also because our videos were a little bit off the beaten path. It was my birthday month and we did a couple random birthday videos that did not perform well, but it was still fun to do, so that is probably why our views took a hit. Our total for the month of February was $69.59. And moving on to March, our 6th month on YouTube, our total revenue for the month of March was $155.54. So I feel like I don't even have to say it because now the numbers speak for themselves, but clearly these numbers are not meant to brag in any shape or form. They honestly were quite a reality check for us because you would think if you have over 50,000 subscribers that you would be making somewhat of a living off of YouTube. You can see for our first 6 months in YouTube, we ended up making just under $1,000. Our total revenue for our 6 months was $970.95. You can probably tell that it's definitely not enough to make a living off of, especially the fact that there are 2 of us putting in the hours and making these videos. However, this is definitely just the beginning and we have to remind ourselves that YouTube really is the long game and really we're just focusing on getting to the point of being able to make money off of it. So we still feel very proud. It was definitely the hardest, most deserved $1,000 we have ever worked for. I don't even want to think about how many hours we put into over the last 6 months. Even though that doesn't seem like a ton of money for the amount of hours put in, we actually have a pretty substantial following over on TikTok. We have over 600,000 subscribers, and I'll be honest with you, we are now making a pretty much identical amount as we are with YouTube, not counting brand deals or anything, just how much the platform pays you. So if you think about it like that, we're at 1/10 of the followers we have on YouTube as TikTok, and we're making the same. So hopefully that can show you that even though it doesn't feel like a lot of money at first, it is actually better than what a lot of the other platforms are paying, and it's just the beginning, so who knows where we'll be moving forward. Really quickly, I wanted to touch on the resources, the materials, the cameras that we personally use to get our channel started. You by no means have to do the same thing that we did. I just find it interesting to know what equipment and editing software that other YouTubers are using. You definitely can totally start a YouTube channel just on your iPhones. The quality of iPhones are pretty insane right now. We definitely still film on our iPhone from time to time when we don't want to bring our nice camera. I really wanted to make an investment on our camera gear because we are doing this for the long haul. We really are committed to doing this, so I thought it'd be better to do my research and pick out a camera that was a little bit more to begin with, but one that's going to last for the long haul. We ended up purchasing, it was just from Amazon, but it is the Sony A7C. We made sure to get the model that had the lens included, so it was all in one. We have not purchased anything additional for it. You definitely can get fancier lenses and microphones and things like that, but Honestly, all we've been using is that one camera and a basic tripod that this camera is sitting on. I'll go ahead and link the camera, the exact camera that we used, along with the tripod, and I'll also be sure to include a vlogging camera. This is one that we are looking at buying ourselves. It's definitely more affordable than our Sony, and it's better for just taking out on the go. It's a great option if you want to do one step up from your phone. So I will go ahead and link those. As for the editing software that we used, I feel like we are maybe one of the only YouTubers that I've seen that do not have MacBooks. We had a PC and it seems like everyone else was using iMovie, which we did not have access to. So what we found was the Wondershare Filmora. It has been amazing. I love it. It's very easy to use. And what's nice about it, you go to purchase it, there's different options, but I would definitely opt to do the one-time purchase. It's a lifetime purchase. I believe it was under $200. I'll put it up on the screen, but that's what we bought once and we're still using it. We don't have to update it. It's perfect. Maybe one day in a few years we'll just go ahead and buy the newest version, but it is by far a great editing software that is super affordable. Last but not least, the music. When you are starting a YouTube channel, you have to be very sure that you are using copyright-free music. So we went ahead and joined Epidemic Sound. It is incredible. It is not that expensive, and honestly, it is so worth the money you're spending. You can sort things by a mood or a certain genre of music, and it starts to curate music that you like. Once you download it, you can just put it in a folder on your desktop and use it for as long as you want in all of your videos. I would definitely recommend doing that. It is well worth it. We wanted to quickly go over some of our tips and tricks and advice we have for you if you've been interested in starting a YouTube channel.
The biggest tip for me is to find something that you're actually passionate about. Don't just look up the easiest way to become a YouTuber, the top trends or markets to be in. You have to be interested, be passionate, because people love authenticity. They want to see someone who's enjoying what they're doing. But on the other hand, you do have to find something that you're good at. So it can't just be something completely random or foreign to you. You can't be out here giving financial advice while you're going through bankruptcy or something. So pick something you already have a skill developed in and you enjoy doing.
I remember reading something that said you want to have a good viral video, it should either be educational or entertaining. So if you don't feel like you're very strong with DIY or who knows what, but you are funny or have a really good personality, that can go a very long way here on YouTube.
You have to learn to develop a thick skin, especially if you have a couple viral videos. No matter what you do, you're gonna get some hate comments. That's natural, it's normal.
You'll eventually get to the point where if you log on and you see that you're starting to get a bunch of mean comments, you should be like, yay, because that means your video is going viral. Now we kind of welcome if we have a video and we start seeing mean comments. We're like, well, that's good. That means it's just controversial enough that people are going to either love or hate it. So you have to kind of look at it with that in mind. Last but not least is the importance of having a very strong mindset with this. I know it kind of sounds cliche, just like the consistency thing, but it really does come down to how committed you are to making this channel work. I do think you have to be almost a little bit crazy to start a YouTube channel, because you have to, in your mind, know that you're gonna make it, know that you have these skills, and know that you have enough of a talent or a skill that people want to watch. So in the beginning, you kind of have to just believe in yourself and then hope that over time people will start to realize what you already realized. For us, we had talked about YouTube for so long, and we finally just had to sit down and do it one day, and here we are 6 months later, and it feels really good. We definitely feel like it was worth it, and we can't wait to see where this thing goes.
So yes, stay tuned. We made this video to be open and honest and transparent. Comment below if you'd like us to do this again in another 6 months. That will mark our 1 year anniversary on YouTube. So let us know if that would be something you're interested in. We have a goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So follow along, check our progress, keep us accountable, and keep us encouraged. But that's our goal. Thank you again for watching. We appreciate if you've somehow managed to stay all the way till the very end. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and stay tuned to see what we come up with next.
See ya.
Bye.